Alright guys, here I am in round 1, and excuse my music in the last video, I guess. I did not realize it was going to be that loud. Alright, so here's my opening hand. An awkward turn 2 salvage drone potentially, but I'm going to keep it. The horribly awry anticipate for turn 4 will be okay. Hopefully we'll just draw an island off the top. And we did not. Alright, well, Skyline Cascade with no effect. I'm gonna have to deal with that. I have 2 of them, so that's good news at least. Okay, so our opponent missed his second land drop, it looks like, which is fine. I mean, I should say it's good. It's not good for him, but it's good for us. Oh, he mulliganed a couple times, it looks like, too, so that's upsetting. I don't like to see that, and I'll probably hit a land off the top. That's usually how this works. Alright, I'm going to lead here with Vile Aggregate. If we get Incubator next turn, it's going to have 4 power, so can look forward to that. Alright, so I did not hit my land. That's fine. I do have at least 2 ways to deal with threats here, and I have a Anticipate. I could play Anticipate right now, I guess. Try and get an island, but it wouldn't get me any further, really. Well, I'm okay with both those going away, especially the Rolling Thunder. I'm going to Touch of the Void that. No, I'm just going to Anticipate. This is tough, actually. These are all really great cards. Kind of wish I hadn't anticipated here. I'm going to take the Hedron Archive just because I can still handle that, and if I drop a land, I'll feel better, I guess, about that. Well, we'll see what's up. Okay. I am going to do the land drop instead, or I mean the Hedron Archive instead of dropping the Incubator Drone. Wow. I mean, that's not, it's cool art, I guess. It's not as intimidating as I thought it was initially. 4/4 flyer for 6. It does have a sweet landfall ability, though. Just gets +1/+1, so I could block it with Salvage Drone. I don't really want to diminish my Vile Aggregate, though. It can kill the Snapping Gnarlid right now, if it attacks in. Excuse me, I sneezed. I don't need to block that. I'd rather use the Ingestion on Salvage Drone if possible. I think he missed. I'm going to say he missed. Alright, so I have 6 mana now. I play the Incubator, I think, and I'll leave up blue, red. I can get in for 5 here, and then I'll have enough to actually do both Horribly Awry and Touch of the Void, which is Ghostfire with an exile clause, in case anyone was wondering. Oh, I guess it's still a 4/4 Vigilant Trample for 2 different colors. honestly, I guess even in like mono green in limited, that would still be fine. A 3/3 Vigilant Trample. I guess it wouldn't really be worth being a rare at that point, but all right. That is a lot of mana. I'm going to horribly awry that. All right. Well, I guess I don't feel bad about not putting that in. What else do I have here? I don't think I'm going to need any of this. To be honest, I would really actually like to make a green-red land destruction deck in this limited environment, just to try it out. I don't know how good it would be or anything like that, because they don't really have any really early turn mana, except for, I guess, Blister Pod. You can get some mana online earlier with that. But your tap elf is a 3-drop, so it's not really like you're getting too far ahead. But there are several, like that being said, there are at least 3 different land destruction spells, one of which can target artifacts and enchantments as well. The other one is that uncommon Devoid one, but hey, when you need land destruction. Okay, this is a keepable hand for me for sure. I think I will probably end up countering anything on turn 2 on his turn 3. Just so I can play that Benthic Infiltrator. I mean, unless it's like, not, I guess it would have to be a total turd for me to not counter it. Well, can't really do much, I guess. I'll attack into it. Maybe he'll think I'll have Sure Strike. I just want to make sure I can drop this safely on turn 3, and I'm not going to be able to have that up anyway, so he can gain his life. That's a good one to get out of the way, actually. He's like very much into landfall, and seeing him play that makes me want to wait a turn on the Infiltrator, but the flip side is I can't. Like, I feel more comfortable having that online than waiting with it. If he has the Belligerent Worm thing, that's that, you know. But next turn I can keep mana up. That does suck. That is a good one. I can keep that tapped with the Cascade. So I'm going to attack in here. Okay. He has so many threats. I think I don't need to play the Vestige because I can keep that tapped. I'm not going to block with it if he landfalls. So I'm just going to let him attack me with it. And I don't think I'll defend it. I would much rather just counter his next thing. He's like so heavy into landfall that I imagine if he gets one more good landfaller out, even a territorial behemoth or Baloth, excuse me, is going to be a problem. This will give me a little breathing room. 5 mana. I have 6 next turn. I'm just going to keep my spell shrivel up. I just need to keep him off landfall, basically. I think that is the right kind of play. Or like, I mean, he needs to either keep committing lands or commit a different threat here. That's pretty cool. So this turn I'll just play another Benthic Infiltrator. And then keep mana up for a counter. If I block 1 damage here, it puts me on a 3-turn clock. Yeah, I'll discard a mountain. Okay. So yeah, the landfall definitely plays well with Awaken for sure. So I have to assume he's got even more Awaken in his deck. But he might just be sitting on lands right now too. And this setup at least lets me triple block the Grove Rumbler. And with kind of little to no consequence if he has the Awaken Earthen Arms or whatever that card is. Okay. All right, well, now I will just sit back and we'll see what's up. I think I'm still going to triple block that Grove Rumbler. And he'll probably take out the Vestige, I would think. Which would really be his best choice, in my opinion. Because that's the only one that can kill the Ondu champion. I'm just going to double spell shrivel it. Or, I guess, he's just going to let me counter it. That's a sorcery. How do you undo? What? Oh, am I freezing up? Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm back, and hopefully everything will run smoothly now. I'm at 2 life, so I mean, maybe I should be playing a little more cautiously, but I need to get this thing happening. I don't think I'm going to kill him through damage at this point, not with 2 1/1s and him gaining life constantly. So I just need to, and I think I'm freezing up again, so anyway, my plan at this point is kind of to try and mill him out a little more and hopefully at least get rid of his threat. Alright, I'm still freezing up here, so who knows? Okay, so I guess I thought I was recording and I wasn't. Anyway, I lost game 2. I kind of lost a lot of time to my program freezing up. So yeah, I'm just going to try and win it here in game 3. I'm going to keep this. I know I don't have a red source. I've got 7 mountains. I should be able to draw at least 1. And I can play the Skyline Cascade turn 2 at least. And I have a couple blue cards, so I mean, even if I draw only islands, I'll still be alright to some extent. Alright, not the best news, but if I draw a mountain or an island next turn, I'll feel better. Alright, that's good news too. Okay, well, next turn I want a mountain, so if it's that easy to call him up, that's what I want. Alright, I do not mind hitting his lands, to be honest, because he is a landfall deck. I don't want to speculate on how many he has in his deck, but I'm assuming he is going to be playing more, you know. More than 17, I mean. Oops. There we go. Okay, that makes me feel good. Can't really deal with the belligerent unless I get a mountain here, the belligerent whiptail, but I think getting this guy online is really tantamount to my strategy, so having Spell Shrivel up for the next few turns after this, even without a land drop, is going to be fine. If he already like skipped out on playing a 3-drop because of Spell Shrivel, then it's already actually done something. Alright. Well, I have Processor Assault. I also have Herald of Kozilek, which I kind of think I'm just going to play that, actually. I'll attack here, see what I get. If I get a land off of it, I might play the Herald of Kozilek. Still might play it. I think it's important to get it out. I have the Processor Assault. I have a Salvage Drone to block the Belligerent Worm, if need be. And it's draw a card, discard a card when it dies. And it is a May, so. Also, I'm at 20, so if I take 4 from a Belligerent Worm, I'm not going to be too upset. I'm sorry, Belligerent Whiptail. It's kind of weird looking. Oops, I'm going to make that a little bigger. I don't know what an appropriate size is. Maybe this. I don't know. Cast another one. He's got to know the Herald is important to me. He should have attacked. Alright, well, I'll play Blighted Gorge. I can play Vestige and leave up mana for Spell Shrivel. He must have a land, though. So I'm going to attack in. I think I'll just attack like that. It's probably better to play Oracle of Dust and Processor Assault, one of them. Oracle of Dust also actually just straight up discourages attacks from him at this point. So I'm just I want to keep my Processor Assault because I know he has bigger, worse threats. Like a Territorial Behemoth would actually kind of ruin my day. So I need to make sure I can kill that. And Belligerent Whiptails, if they get first strike, I can still kill them with an Oracle of Dust. This card is actually a lot better than I think I initially evaluated it at. 3/5 is pretty strong. I feel like what Armored Cranix or Cancrinix, whatever it was, just a vanilla 2/5 for 5. And that one actually plays well with strategy that I've got here, so I can't complain about Oracle of Dust. That one I think definitely eats a Processor Assault. Okay. I am going to assault this guy. I'll put, assuming he has a way of getting something back, Forest, probably the least worrisome thing. Alright, I will attack here. Could arguably attack here, but if he double blocked, I don't really have a way to kill something else, or kill two things. And then I would be screwed out of my defense. That is good. I'm glad I got that. Let's see. So I can actually commit to Incubator Drone. And then have mana up to Spell Shrivel still. But I'd actually rather just use the Oracle of Dust ability at this point. I can drop the Incubator Drone that way and be done with it. I don't know that it's going to pay off any better as just a different card. I'd almost rather it be a land, TBH, because then I could get my Blighted Gorge on online here. I feel like Herald of Kozilek might be underrated, but I don't really know. I guess I haven't really been following a lot of what pros are playing or anything like that in Limited. But I really like it, actually. I think it's a very strong card, and it's kind of unassuming as a 2/4 for 3. I think I still want the Vestige. I suppose alternatively, I mean, like, both of these are on the same level, I guess. They're both 3 power for 4 mana. It's just, is trample more important than a second creature, I guess. Swell of Growth. I'll counter that for sure. He might have another. He might have Touch of the Void, which I'm not sure if that's an instant. I can't remember. gonna use it. Get rid of that kind of unassuming card at least. I do need that. I think the incubator is still not something I need necessarily. Okay. Well, this turn I can at least double ingest. And I can Blighted Gorge. Actually, I can get in for 4. Good. I just don't want to deal with that anymore. It's nice that that is to a creature or player. This was like a really good cycle, actually, for kind of an upgrade to the landfall common spell lands, or the, yeah, those ones. Is that 4/4? Okay. Well, I can definitely play him and a salvage drone at least. I'm sure he's been backlogging lands like mad. So if I draw land, I can toss a vestige at him next turn. Is that sorcery only? No. So I can even block with vestige and throw it. So I don't need to draw a discard off these salvage drones. Wow. He's got 3 of them. Well, now I'm actually at a point where I should have probably kept land, so I could discard 2 salvage drones. But alas. I really needed my vile aggregate, so I should have kept that land and then attacked in with my salvage drones. Alright, well, I think I'm just going to attack with everything except the Herald. And then I'll just blast his creatures, I guess. And I'll target the Herald with the first damage. Perfectly fine, actually. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. kind of in an awkward position, being that I have no cards in hand. Hopefully he's 1 mana away from doing something and he doesn't have it. Or hopefully he's just got a handful of land. I really just need to ingest a few more cards. If I can get in with 3 this turn, he'll go down to 6, and then 5 on his draw step. And then it's just 3 more turns there. Alright. So I will attack with Salvage Drones and the Benthic Infiltrator. Oh. Just want to use that ability. Yeah, I think being able to counter a creature is probably pretty valuable. I guess I'm going to kill him through damage, sadly, before I mill him out. Alright, well, attack in again. I should attack with the Herald because then he has to kill the Benthic next turn. I'm going to play that because I have an 8-drop and I lost my Herald now. So he has to kill Benthic, otherwise he dies. He could still have 2 removal. I guess he's got Blighted Gorge with 3 extra mana left over. I don't know if there's a 4 mana that can take that out, but if he had a Processor Assault, he'd be able to. Oh, he had Rolling Thunder. No, I will not use that. Should have used it. Let's play it. On a 3-turn clock here. Oh. That did it. I hit F6. Well, I should have been expecting the Rolling Thunder. Oh well. I can't win them all. That one was kind of close though. Alright, see you in round 2.